Yeah, no. I think the one they deleted is like the most tragic story too, right?
He was the baby. And Kevin found him and thought that he had like taken pills or something like that. And he was like, What did you take? What's going on?" And then felt the back of his head and felt the gunshot wound. He'd put the fucking gun in his mouth. And yeah, so like Kevin found few brothers. Like the movie didn't get it right. He didn't find Carrie and like carried him back. It was the dad that found Carrie. But he had called his dad, like that was real. He had called his dad to be like, Carrie's coming out, he's not okay. But the dad didn't answer because he was working on the house. So, oh God, that poor man. Like, whew, Kevin Von Erich, that guy has gone through some shit. But that's what's got me into wrestling. And then like after that, it played like Shannon Sharp with Ric Flair, and I was like, oh shit. And then it played I just let YouTube do its thing. It was Macho Man Randy Savage, and then it was Mick Foley,
His story is fucking sad too.
and then Stone Cold. Which one?
Macho Man.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
But like that's really that got me into it, which is, and I absolutely love it. And like when I was at the Hogan thing, I had started talking to some people that were in front of me because we were waiting for fucking ever. He was like 30 minutes late. Um, so I befriended some of the people, which was really cool. And I was like, so yeah, like my man's into it, but I am very proud of myself because I didn't get into it because of him. I got into it on my own accord and I was like, this is literally a it's a physical soap opera, and like I'm totally into it. Like,
There's so much drama.
well, and then well, okay, so it was the documentaries and like watching the actual guys talking about what they did to prepare and everything that they do for it, like physically, but then also they straight up fucking their bodies up for the fans. It's in there, like every single one was like, I get out there and I see these kids and I see these adults who, you know, followed my career, their entire lives. I do it for them. And I was like, you motherfuckers, this is beautiful. And that's really what won me
Yeah,
over.
they're all good guys. Like most of
Yeah.
them really are.
Yeah, and so like I was telling those people online, I'm like, yeah, my boyfriend's in it, but like I didn't get into it because of him. I got into it because of that, because like that's beautiful. And it's pure entertainment, and it's very physical entertainment as well. And then I was like, okay, well there's Rhea Ripley. She was really the brunt of it, and they were like, oh god, yes. So, that was really cool. And people shit on it and they're like, it's fake. It's like, yeah, it's scripted, just like anything you see on TV. It's like you watch fucking Love is Blind and all this stupid shit. All that scripted too, motherfucker. Like, nothing you see on TV
It's
is
like it's
real.
scripted, but there's also stunts involved, so it's fucking cool.
Well, that's the thing of like, they're actually fucking themselves up. And then if you've ever watched Rowdy Roddy Piper on Bill Maher, he gets on Bill Maher's ass because Bill Maher's like, it's fake. And he like takes his pants off. He's like, is this fake? You want to see a fucking bruise? Here's a fucking bruise, my guy. And he was like, I've broken bones. Like, we do this shit and we do it for our fans. Like, it's scripted, but what we do is real. And it's like, yeah, but like once again, like I
Like
just
it's scripted, but a 6-foot fall is a 6-foot fall.
yeah, dude. Oh my gosh, Mick Foley. If anyone's watching, like the five people who are watching this, if you've never seen Mick Foley and Undertaker, Rage in the Cage, watch that shit. Or watch the one where they're both talking about it. That's actually better because Undertaker was like, I didn't know he was gonna do that. I didn't know. And he was like, I had to keep in character, but I also watched long enough to make sure he wasn't dead. Like,
I love how Undertaker talks out of character too, because he's like that motherfucker.
right. And well, like Mick Foley, he's definitely my favorite, which is why I would do want to be able to go and, yeah, meet him in Midland in March because he's going to be there for the Comic-Con. That man, he's a madman. And like the shit that he did in Japan of like jumping on fucking barbed wire,
Oh, he does it for the art.
but didn't feel like he did it good enough. And so like rolled on it again. I'm like, what what is your problem? Like, but it's all for the love of the fans. Like, that motherfucker had his ear ripped off by the ropes. It's insane. Like, this is the third episode we've talked about wrestling, but I don't give a shit, guys. Talk all the shit you want, make fun of us, which is exactly what my family would do. I'm here for it, motherfuckers. I am here for it. But also, what I do love is like you get equality a lot because they fight women, but also the men dress as equally slutty as the women.
Fair point.
Did you watch that video where I sent you where wrestling's essentially a drag show for guys?
I probably did. But then also, but then they went to like Saudi Arabia and the women were like neck to heel, like full coverage. Oh, isn't that a fun thing?
Oh yeah, I remember WWF is like when I first discovered thong underwear as a child. Like Trish Stratus, I was like, why is her underwear showing her butt?
They went fucking hard back in the day.
I like that underwear.
But like, well, that was when like the guys would come out and like the women were just like their woman sort of thing, and they would wear revealing stuff. Now it's just like no, they're actual wrestlers. They're a part of it. They're gonna fuck each other up. Yeah, they don't really do that anymore, like the Miss Elizabeths of the day. But Miss Elizabeth didn't do that.
No, there's like Trish Stratus, the chick that dated George Clooney for a long time. Stacy Keibler.
Well, she was a fan beforehand, and I think that's how she got into it.
Oh,
she was a big fucking fan before.
All right, well, we're live, everyone. We went deep diving into WWE again, so. But you know what it is. It's the Nooner Nation podcast for Nooners, by Nooners. And yeah, like and subscribe, rate and review, go to Spotify, leave a 5-star. And Jessica in the chat says she hates thongs. She just goes commando. Okay.
Girl. That's how
Good.
Yep.
Good. At least you're not one of like the moms at my kid's pickup line that wears like Lululemon leggings with like fullbacks underneath them. It's like my pet peeve.
I don't understand that. And then like people are like, I don't know how you don't wear underwear. It's just like if you've looked into it, because they're like discharge, and it's like you actually discharge more with underwear than like not. So like,
personal
what the
preference.
fuck do you think our ancestors did?
Have you not seen the old movies? They wore like leather thongs or like sheepskin thongs or whatever, animal skin thongs. Okay, you know.
We watched Gladiator. We knew what they were.
Yeah.
What? Where? What part of Gladiator is that?
Isn't there like a
One on Pornhub, right?
I was about to say, which men are wearing fucking thongs in Gladiator? You didn't watch the one I watched, my man. Like,
you know what? I've been accidentally downloading the wrong movie for years, and I just don't know how it happens.
You've been Rule 34ing it this whole time. You never watched.
See, like this is obviously what they wore back in the day. Okay.
Oh my gosh!
Obviously.
Get your Shawshank Redemption ass out of here.
That's 10,000 BC.
Ruben, I would not expect anything less from you.
What did Ruben say? Been commando.
Been commando for 25 years.
I can see that. I will say, like,
I mean, looking at the playback, Bill, that picture is really accurate because it is black and white. So, like, it is old. So it goes to show, Charlie, that is what they wore.
Yeah, it was before the world went to color.
Yeah.
I mean, she didn't have anything going underneath, so it's just like that.
It probably
let that shit breathe. Let that shit feel some air.
Well, here's the thing. Back then, it was before like razors were invented, so it probably looked the exact same underneath it.
You don't know that. There were sharp knives and shit.
She's got like a sharp
surgeon precision.
She's got a sharp rock shaving her butthole.
I wonder.
They're using like tree sap
and
strips of leather to wax.
Dude, what the fuck? What if they fucking did though?
Somebody's like, ugh, I want to see your butthole. Or like just little tree sap, leather strip.
Well, then I'm like, well, you want that protection from the hair if it's like, just out there. But I don't know. What if?
I don't know. Jake, have you ever been with a girl with a hairy butthole?
No, actually.
I never saw it firsthand, but I definitely felt it, and I was like, "Oh God!" Like, yeah, shave that thing.
Yeah, no, thinking back, no, I've never actually been with a woman with a hairy butthole.
Yeah.
I have, but it was at a nursing home.
Oh well, okay.
And I didn't know it could get that fucking bad.
Ugh. Yeah.
Charlie looks like a fucking Vietnam veteran over here.
Dude, it was like you could see more hair than ass crack. It was straight up Chewbacca down there. And like it was like we had to wipe that ass after like liquid shit. And it was just like
Did she look like she sat on a chinchilla?
worse. Way worse than that. It was like she sat on a wolf.
Watch. That's gonna be on the next.
Like,
that's gonna be on the next season of Landman. Allie
You wanna get
Larder and her
into
daughter
it,
are gonna have like a
CNAs
waxing crew come
deserve
in for the old
please.
people.
Oh, you finally watched the last episode?
Yeah. Yeah, I did. It was good.
I heard people shitting on that last episode actually.
They didn't like how it ended. I was like, okay,
Yeah,
like
it
how do
sucks
you?
as an ending.
I mean, it's just like kind of a.
Well, like
cliffhanger.
there's gonna be a second season, right? So it's like it's gonna continue on.
I know, but
isn't it?
Taylor Sheridan anticipates that too much.
Yeah.
So his endings suck.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't watch Taylor Sheridan's shows until like way later on. Like I didn't watch anything Yellowstone until
So there's some beef to it.
until the last season.
Oh, really? Huh.
Like,
See, I
I
didn't.
still haven't watched the last season.
I haven't
so.
watched any of the last season just because I'm kind of over it. I was like,
well, that's the thing.
like JB's gonna screw his dad over again. Like, that's an original plot line for this season.
Yeah, I got into it like the final season. The first half had aired, and they were waiting for that last half, and I just kept seeing clips of it, and I was like, "Fucking fine, I'll watch the show." But that's way better. Like, I would rather binge something than sit there and like each week. Fuck that shit. Like, we're past that shit with streaming and whatnot. Like, just stop. Just do what HBO does and drop the whole motherfucking season at once. Let's stop this
HBO
shit.
typically does it week by week.
Netflix does that, Charlie.
Netflix goes.
Is it Netflix that does it?
drops
Okay.
it all.
Let's do what Netflix does and drop that shit. Drop the whole thing. Fucking binge it if you want. Watch it at your own pace. Like, we're not going to do this stupid bullshit like we're watching on cable. No, sweetie. This is different. Like, stop your stupid shit and fucking drop it all. Like, do they get more money? I don't understand.
I mean, you get more clicks on the back end into the app, and like, especially if they have a lower subscription and they have advertisements, they'll be watching the advertisements every week versus like playback. Because I think with certain streaming, if it's been out for more than 2 weeks, there's no ads on the show.
There you go.
Still, fuck you. You're making plenty of money.
Right.
Charlie's from a position of fuck you right now, so nothing's gonna change that.
Like, at least give us 2 episodes. Like, don't make it the same.
No, I agree, Charlie. I'm in the same boat, and I work in the industry.
Yeah.
So
Like,
like,
I get money's money. Like, you want to make the most you possibly can. I fucking get it. But like, throw us a fucking bone, man.
yeah, no, I love binging shows. Like, I hate having to wait. I even think a proper show, if you're gonna do 2 seasons and set it up for 2 seasons, film 2 seasons at once and then drop them back to back.
Yes, because I am like, just me personally, I am the worst to finish shows. Like, if you don't drop that shit all at once, I'm not fucking finishing. And even then, maybe I'm just a fucking asshole. So it was like, well, no, like Fallout did that, and I still didn't finish Fallout.
Oh.
Peaky Blinders did that. Netflix, I still didn't finish Peaky Blinders.
Well, like Peaky Blinders, and I'm really bad for like when shows go on too long. I just like, okay, this is getting stupid. Like,
Well, I wouldn't even say Peaky Blinders did that. It was just, I got so emotionally invested in that show that I'm like, I just can't fucking do this anymore.
Right.
And then like with Fallout, I think I just kind of got bored and forgot about it.
Yeah.
But I'm watching stuff by myself. Like if I'm watching something with someone with me, it's a completely different thing. Like but if it's just me, I'm just like
I mean, that's the thing of why like I loved American Primeval so much, is because it was short. It was 7 episodes. It was like an hour long each episode. And like it was fucking quick, because even like Jessica said, Peaky Blinders was slow.
Yeah.
Like American Primeval had shit happening like every.
I liked the pace of Peaky Blinders though, but it was only 6 episodes per season.
Yeah. Well, like
that was a very, very
like
short.
KCS
But
said in the chat too.
That was 6 hours per season too.
KCS said Game of Thrones. That's super slow. Like I had to really commit because everybody's like, "You gotta watch it. You gotta watch it." So I had like the first couple episodes. I was like, "Okay, like people with funny names and all this weird shit. Okay, like let's go." And then also it's like, "Oh, some dude's banging his sister from behind. This is interesting."
Well, see, I'm sorry. So I watched all of the last season of Peaky Blinders besides the finale. But then, like, I kind of go back and think about it. I'm like, maybe I just didn't want it to end because that was going to be it. It was going to be fucking done. Game of Thrones. I never watched Game of Thrones until an ex was like, "You've never seen it. We're fucking watching it." And so he would make me watch it with him. And then if I ever picked up my phone, he would literally pause it and like give me like a pop quiz. It was like, what just happened? What's this? What's that? And he was like, you have to fucking watch the show to understand it. So I was like, God dang.
It is definitely a have to pay attention to show for the most part. Because, yeah, my wife would be like, so wait, what's going on? I was like, well, if you would get off your phone and pay attention, you would know that this and this and this are happening right now.
Well, then after that, like I came back to Lubbock because he was in Colorado at the time, and I started watching it with another friend here. So I kind of started rewatching it, and I was like, oh shit, like this, I actually really like this. And so my friends here got into it, and so we would all watch it together, and I would, so that, like, I'm just one of those people. I have to watch it with someone, because if not, I will just get distracted. It has to really captivate me. And like, so Peaky Blinders was that. Creature Commandos was the most recent one.
Don't know that.
I like the fuck out of that show.
It sounds like an old like Saturday morning cartoon.
Well, it's on Max, and it's is it Marvel? No, yes.
Oh, I think you told us about this one. It's like the animated. Like
it's after.
Is it animated by one of like the old Batman animators or something?
It is DC, so it's after like Peacemaker, and it's after Suicide Squad. I like that shit animated more than I do like real life, because they can do a lot more with the animation. Which is why I think like anything Game of Thrones after now should be animated. Like if they did anything back in like Valyria, animate that shit. Don't do real life, animate that shit. It would be so fucking sick. But yeah, I was telling Roman, I was like, oh, I really like this Creature Commando shows. He's like, I told you about that months ago. And I was like, did you? That's.
I mean, do you guys have Apple TV?
No.
No, I have a decent amount of the subscriptions though.
I was gonna say there's a really good show on Apple TV right now called Severance.
Okay.
Starring Adam Scott. It's directed by Ben Stiller. It's fucking awesome. I've been addicted to that show.
Yeah, I think I've heard of it. Hold on, I'm looking up Creature Commandos.
I really liked it. KCS, if you're talking shit about it, like, I'm sorry, my man.
He's talking shit just because he can.
I liked like it was one of those ones that got my attention. Like I watched it by myself. It caught my attention. I was completely into it. I really liked it. And like just personally for me, it's really hard for me to get into shows. Like you just said Severance, and I'm like, I'm not gonna fucking watch that, man. But I only want to watch things that are comedic. Like if it's comedic with action, cool. But it has to be comedic. Like if it's like real life shit or like the fucking mystery shit or like real no. No, I don't want any fucking part of it. If I'm with someone and they want to watch that, cool. I'll do it. By myself, absolutely fucking not. Because if I'm watching something on TV, it's to escape reality, not get more into, ooh, this is what it could be like, but it's not really like this, but it's going to make you think that real life is actually like this, and it's really badass, and there's just all these badass people, and it's so fucking cool. Like, no. No.
All right. Speaking of comedic, we got quite a few answers from our question this week, which was, what was your, let me pull it up or get the exact wording here. Damn it. What's your funniest, most expensive, or most ridiculous drunk purchase? So we'll start with the couple of guys that answered on the Drinking Bros app. One guy said, my wife. Which obviously means he got drunk and got a mail order bride.
I mean, it is the Drinking Bros community. I wouldn't doubt it.
Next person said, does a DUI count?
100% it does, my man.
Yeah. Yes, it does.
Yeah, because I think that's like 10 or 20 grand right there.
Probably just some legal fees.
Yeah. Somebody said, I got out of the army with a nice chunk of money saved. Was drunk and horny, so I ordered 12 fleshlights. It was like $1,300.
12?
I know. I was like, man, you just couldn't pick out the one you wanted the most, huh?
Well, I mean, they have a lot of so I went to the Asian market earlier and it was right next to the Adam and Eve store. So I was like, I'll go in and look. There were so many fleshlights and like different kinds. And I'm like, you know what? No, like there's all kinds of different like mouths and vaginas and like of different porn stars. So it's like, hey man, there's a lot of different things you can get. So it's like I can, just like dildos,
Tighten Your Anus in the chat said, I got drunk and bought a baby goat.
Oh God. Oh, speaking of baby goats, we just had one at my mom's house.
Like somebody gave birth to one, or you just happened to like find one?
Well, my sister and brother-in-law found one. They thought she was gonna have the baby in November, and apparently she was only 2 months pregnant then. She finally had the baby, like today.
Oh.
You fresh.
And now we have a lot of baby goats, and goats are the fucking worst. They smell like shit. They eat everything, which is great if you have like a lot of brush to, but they smell like fucking shit, and all the boys rape each other. Mm-hmm. So it's just fucking terrifying all the time. And they're just fucking awful.
And they climb on your car and shit.
Well, no, you fucking keep them fenced in, my man. Like you don't get them around that, but they would.
Some beasts you can't fence in, Charlie.
Well, like my brother-in-law lets them out. They don't get around the cars because there's enough shit for them to eat. But they are some nasty motherfuckers, especially with the boys. Like people are like, "Oh, I'm as horny as a goat." Like you're sick. Because you know what they do? They piss on their face. They piss on their beard, and that's what gets the women randy. Hey. And then they also like basically jack themselves off and then eat their own cum. They're disgusting.
Hey, don't kink shame, Charlie. Don't kink
They're disgusting devil animals, and I hate them.
So, then
babies are cute, but I hate them.
The last one on the Drinking Bros app I involuntary purchase of $3,000 to repair all the damage I did in an antique store when I purposely knocked over a shelf when I was drunk.
You stupid bitch.
You get for being an asshole.
All right.
Another story for mine. I was 14 years old in Mexico, in Cunha, a border town. It's the first time I was ever. It wasn't the first time I was ever drunk. It's the first time I was ever drunk with my dad because he took me to the border town and was like, margaritas! And let me order whatever alcoholic drink I wanted at after the other bars we went to. So I was like walking in these like tiny aisle Mexican shops with like clay pots and shit. And I was like, arms to your fucking legs, you stupid bitch. Like, I am drunk as fuck. Don't break anything. Fucking drunk 13, 14-year-old me had more fucking sense than you did. And I want you, if you're watching this, to know that I'm smarter than you.
Well, you had parental supervision. This guy probably didn't.
My dad didn't give two shits. He wasn't watching me. He wasn't fucking in front of me. That was all Charlie. So it's just like, get your shit together, you stupid drunk bitch. Get your fucking shit together, man. Be better. Be better.
Be best.
Right.
Be best.
Be best. All right. Know a guy who bought a stripper, in parentheses, an undercover cop, then bought drugs from the same stripper, again in parentheses, undercover cop, then got busted by the same stripper who, of course, was an undercover cop.
Bitch.
Cops are undercover strippers?
I guess. He said bought a stripper, so is that like, does he mean hooker?
I don't know what that means. I feel like there's some details left out there.
There's more to that story than he's telling us.
Mm-hmm. Bought tickets to go to Hawaii with my son without telling my husband. That didn't end well.
Bet it didn't.
Flights to Hawaii are expensive. I was in Austin, Texas, and right after drinking with Coop, Joel, and Sean, I thought it'd be cool to buy a $450 tall harpa, basically a Viking Age violin off of Etsy. I didn't even know how to play the violin, let alone a Viking Age one. Turns out it's more of a decoration and not actually for playing music. That is an odd buy when you're drunk.
You stupid bitch.
It's like, man, no, it'd be so awesome to have in my house. A Viking violin.
Was it at least like authentic, or did someone make it and then sell it for that much and you were just an idiot who bought it?
I'm guessing for $450, it's like a new one in the style of the Viking style violin. But that is an odd purchase. I want to know like how that even like crossed his train of thought to, buy.
I mean, you drink with Joel and Coop. You're talking about history.
True.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see.
I mean, granted, I'm pretty sure Davey spent around that much at WTF bar for the Super Bowl seltzer event. So it's like, well, I mean, at least you
got something out of it.
Oh shit.
All right. I once had a panic attack after drinking and ordered 30 boxes of antacids for my dog because I thought she had bloat. She didn't, and I forgot I bought them until they all arrived at my door.
Can dogs not take like
human
sodium bicarbonate? Like regular what is it, baking soda and water? I can hear it. I don't like that.
Jake cut out, so now his echo thing's turned off. I don't know, but apparently when you're drunk and having a panic attack, why are we all echoing?
I can still hear it.
Am I echoing?
Are we echoing now? I am.
Bill.
What about now?
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's so loud.
What about now?
Worse?
Jake
better?
I think it's on Jake's side.
Jake, you speak. Say something. Speak. It's like having two mirrors back to back.
Okay, I turned everyone else's off except mine. No echo. Jake, you speak.
Why is everyone blaming me? Fuck you all.
Why? Bill, say something.
Something.
I think we're good. I think we're finally good.
It's on Jake's side. Nope. This is annoying.
He misses your beehole.
Who
Yeah.
misses my beehole?
Beerworth.
Oh.
He's working again and can't be in the live chat.
Oh, okay. Okay, not as bad of an echo now. Jake, say something.
Something.
All right, cool. We're back. So yeah, I guess when you're drunk and having a panic attack and think your dog's having bloat, you're probably not thinking clearly enough to like research what you can give a dog for bloat, and you just start ordering antacid off of Amazon or wag.com.
Stupid. Like, if the dog's not fucking dead, like, don't stop. The dog's gonna be fine. The dog's gonna be fine. A dog can take a fucking rattlesnake to the motherfucking face and live. Dog's gonna be fine.
Holy shit.
Country bitch who had a lot of dogs that fucking lived for fucking ever. So it's just like, you know, that's my style. Our cats didn't live that long just because they got murdered by different things in the country. Just like, man, those dogs are way more resilient. Like, stop. Just fucking stop. Unless you're Juan and you have bulldogs, and then it's just kind of like
They fart wrong and you got to take them to the vet.
Yeah.
it's like, you got bulldogs, my man, like that. You're just not enough for that shit.
Yeah, if you breathe
Dogs on fucking Xanax.
if you blow in their face too hard, they like have a stroke.
Granted, my man got a bulldog at a fucking rescue place, and I'm like, you bitch, like, fuck you for that. I wanted a bulldog so long, and like to find one at its rescue, not heard of.
Right.
That dog didn't have hardly any issues, got testicular cancer, so he just have to get castrated, and found a great vet for it, not that expensive, and then he died of old age. And I was like, do you have any fucking idea how like lucky you were for that shit?
Right.
We got a purebred Rottweiler at a rescue one time.
Like, it, you know, it can happen, but it's just not common at all. So to have like a fucking, like, I was just jealous because I've always wanted a bulldog for so long. I want a female and I want to name her Daphne.
Bulldogs always remind me of, remember as a kid, those like spiky plastic balls with batteries in them and they'd shake around? Like you're picking up like a bulldog. It's like, "Rrr," like in your hands. You're like, oh God. It's so tiny, but it's so muscular. Like, oh God.
Yeah, I just didn't realize how fucking big they are. Like, they're you know, they're short, but they're fuking big.
Yeah, and they're
They're
solid.
beefy.
So anytime I ever see one, I'm like, God dang.
Yeah, have you ever had
They're
one
not-
like run up and just like headbutt you, like head like full speed in your ankles? You're like, God damn it. Like,
No, I have seen one that literally was a shape of a basketball one time. Because he was very severely overweight.
as they tend to be most of the time. So
Built like a brisket.
yeah. Next one. Oh. Yeah.
Even in Vegas, like, man, like gambling, I can see that, but like hotels and like food, like,
I mean,
unless you go to like the highest places, it's like, where the fuck do you go? Like fucking Europe, like Paris.
I don't know. I mean, I've stayed in, where was I? Fuck. Or no, we weren't staying there, but it was, we walked through the Wynn and they had like stores that were selling, you know, $500,000 watches.
Well, I mean, like that. I don't know. Would you really say like spending that much on the trip, or would you say that's a drunken buy?
I'm guessing he was drunk on vacation. He was like, that painting's awesome. And she's like, I like it too. And he's like, how
See, I'm
much is
taking
it?
that as he spent that much money for the trip. And
No,
that
you're
was
saying
it. Like, just go to fucking Bora Bora?
No, it says a $10,000 painting while we were on our first vacation together.
Oh, my bad. Okay, I didn't hear that part. Okay, so money laundering. Cool.
Yeah, hopefully it appreciates value, you know?
Right.
$500 worth of OnlyFans content.
You poor, poor soul.
Man, that must have been a good page.
Oh,
It wasn't even nudes.
Yeah.
it was bikini pictures.
Bikini pictures and dick ratings.
It was the Bella Thorne.
Yeah.
Jack off instructions.
Came home from a long day on the golf course. Continued drinking into the evening. My wife was watching 50 Shades of Grey, so drunk/horny me ordered about $1,000 worth of bondage and BDSM gear. She was into about $100 worth of it when it showed up.
How much?
He said he spent about $1,000 worth on it, and she said she was into about $100 worth of it when it showed up.
I mean, granted, like I said, I just went to fucking Adam and Eve today. It would not be very hard
Oh no.
at all to spend a fucking grand in there. Like, that shit's just so fucking overpriced. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I think like those Sibian machines are like $2,000, aren't they?
I have no idea. They did have one that had a wiener attached to it, but I did not.
Bill,
look
that's like an
for it.
oddly specific one.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, all I
they've
think
been
is
around
the,
for a long time.
the Shane Gillis video of the dad on the Sibian.
Oh, I haven't seen that now.
Oh yeah, I've seen
You
that
never
one.
fucking seen that, dude?
Uh-uh.
Oh god, it's so.
How the fuck do you think I pay the bills? I
I
think
don't
enough
Oh!
fucking laid off. Got laid off at you.
Dude, it's so
I'll have to
fucking
find
funny.
that one. But yeah, I mean, $1,000 worth, especially like, my wife was watching that movie the other day, and I was like, I bet one of those like little bondage cross things, I think got to be like $5,000 for a nice one, you know?
If not more.
I was like, do you really need that though?
I mean, do people need most things? No. Like, people just, they have hobbies, you
Get
know?
a piece of fucking chain link fence.
Chain link fence. Could you imagine like walking into your dude's house and his bedroom? He's got like some temporary chain link fence panel put up. He's like, I'm gonna tie you to this. It's just like 50 Shades of Grey.
I'll be like, oh, you like to save money. I'm into this. You're not a fucking retard with your cash. Like, you understand what you get the same purpose for it without the fucking pay. Like, yeah, I'm into this. Like, you're financially smart.
I mean, with a chain link fence, you get more positions than you would a bondage cross too.
True.
There you go. There you fucking go. You're picking up when I'm putting down, Jake.
Or like you get some guy who's like one of those like wannabe operators, and he has like a whole wall full of like the mole loops.
What the fuck is a mole?
You know, it's like any like kind of like tactical use uses the loops, and you can like so you can attach things to it.
Fucking nerd.
I
I
know.
don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Or no, here we go. A wall that's just Velcro.
Well, like you can like detach from that easily.
Yeah.
Not though.
And you, like then just like Velcro like wrist cuffs and ankle cuffs and like maybe something like a hip belt.
It's the full body Velcroed outfit that you just.
Next thing you know, you're just like up on the wall, like. Ah.
I mean, you know, it'd be more entertaining than that, a Velcro bed top.
Oh god, that would be hard to get on. Like you just like
All right.
barely get stuck like
Yeah.
halfway on the bed. It's like ah!
Yeah. Or just like, all right, let's change positions. My ankle's stuck. Hold on.
Hey, Bill, did you look at what Woom sent you?
Yeah.
Ah.
So, I don't know. I might have to look into a Velcro sex sheet.
All I can think of is like one of those little balls with the Velcro like hold it. You like throw the ball and catch it with like.
Or you know when they do like midget tossing? Except it's just like Velcro, like you're wearing Velcro lingerie. You're just like.
Did you guys ever see Dustin or not Dustin Jackson? Blank Check. I forget who's in it, but it was the kid. The movie
Oh
where the kid-
gosh, the
Yeah.
Disney movie.
Yeah.
yeah, remember he had like that little springboard where he could like jump up onto the Velcro,
Yeah.
something like that.
So do you just have like a split in the ass crack for easy access?
Oof.
Oh yeah.
Next thing you know, your dick's just getting chafed by Velcro.
Oh.
Your dick hurts. All you hear is.
So you put on music just to drown it all out.
It gives you a nice nut scratch while you're at it.
That's what you put on. Yeah, the fucking sleep token.
Right. All right. Next one. Wife and I got drunk one winter afternoon and maxed out our credit card to go on vacation to Mexico the next day.
The next day. Holy shit.
Fuck.
Could you imagine like waking up hungover and be like, what's this alert?
Oh, we have to go right now.
Check into a flight. Oh, fuck.
Granted, like I guess it depends on where you go in Mexico, but like I've looked into it recently. The first time I ever went, Cozumel, I got the shit 2 weeks in advance. The people got it that we were going with did like a few months in advance. Excuse me. It was less than $1,000
Oh, yeah. I'm sure
per person.
they probably were like drunk, like, man, this is a good deal if we go to Mexico tomorrow.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, it could actually be way more expensive. You're looking like 3 months out compared to that. Like they might have, like depending on what their limit was, and it could have been.
I mean, it could have been
$1,000. Like who knows?
Right.
Not
a thing
you
too
know.
to fill a flight, like how they lower prices and shit.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, they might have just had like a lower limit on their card. It might not have been like 10.
Or they might have
grand,
just,
like some people
or they,
have,
man,
but-
like, they might have just balled out, you know? Said, "Fuck
And that's
it."
what I'm saying. Like it you know, it depends on
Right.
what everything they ordered,
But
but
to
like
me,
flights and shit like
Booking
that.
it for the next day, like I'm envious of their ability to be spontaneous.
It's very spontaneous. Grant, like I said, like I did mine 2 weeks out. That's because I got my passport. Right.
Right.
I didn't expedite either, but I was like, we're leaving on this date. And they were like, we got you, fam.
My wife just renewed her passport, and you can do it online now. Like she just like I took the picture on her phone. She sent it,
Really?
did the application online, and she got her passport in the mail 4 days later.
Wow.
I was like, holy shit. And this was like last week. I was like, man, Trump's really, speeding things up, I guess. Like,
Yeah,
damn.
this was 2017 for me. I still had to go like CVS, get my
Oh yeah.
picture taken, take it to the post office. But it was about it was about the same time as expediting it, like 2 weeks or so.
Yeah.
Like they got it to me before the trip, which, it's like, fuck yeah, we can fucking go. Let's do this shit.
Nice. Ordered one of the most expensive porn star replica fuck torsos. Tried it, but I couldn't overcome the shame. Cum spelled C-U-M.
Aww.
It's in a box in my garage now.
Aww, honey. I mean, women use dildos. What's the fucking difference?
I don't know.
Like, even that, like, you have to, like, the whole time yourself. So it's like, honey, if women can do it, so can you.
I will say, like the full size, like super expensive, like super real sex dolls.
Like the tits and the torso.
No, like the head, it's got the head and the leg, like it's a full size.
Oh, like the doll,
The real
like
dolls?
the Whitney Cummings doll.
The real dolls, yeah. Like I don't know. I'd be like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I'm thinking about it. I'm like, I don't think I could do it.
But do you think you could do like a pocket pussy though? Which you
like
still
a
have
like a
to, like,
fleshlight or something would be fine. You know.
so it's like if it's too real, it's too much.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like, yeah, the thought of it's just like, ugh. I don't know. I feel I'd be like, is this how far I've come? Like, am I a monster? Like, what am I doing? But to each their own, you know. Drunkenly Grubhubbed $200 worth of Taco Bell.
Womb.
Yeah. Which with Grubhub pricing, that was like 10 tacos.
Which when you first said this and I saw it on Instagram, I immediately thought of Beth and Greg,
Oh, yeah.
the seltzer event with their Wendy's.
The Wendy's, she bought like $100. Like, she's like, I just spent like $120 at Wendy's, and it shows up, and it's like, I think there's like one pack of nuggets, and then like 40 orders of fries or something. Like, it was just like,
I really wish I was with them because I would have ate the fuck out of those fries.
oh, we
I'm not gonna
did,
lie.
we definitely did. But we're like, did you just order fries? And she's like, oh, I must have. Like, I don't know.
What is it? Holly and I were right across the street because she was smart and got a hotel right across the fucking street. And oh no, my brain. No, what was his name? Oh no, my brain is stopping. His name. He always says AO in the chats. It's been a while. Logan. No. Lloyd.
Mm.
He
Lloyd.
fucking took our asses back to the hotel at like 11 o'clock that
Yeah.
night.
Yeah.
It's like, okay. I would like some food. Food would be great. And he was like, nope, corralling us. Like,
Yeah.
nope. Y'all are not safe. Y'all are in danger. You need
Yeah,
to fucking go to bed.
I ate like 6 orders of Wendy's fries and then walked my drunk ass back to my Airbnb like a mile away.
Oh, is that when Dan was like, you fucking walked?
No, that was the first time I went. That was for the Super Bowl party like a year before that.
Oh.
The year before.
I didn't know you went before.
Yeah, it was for the kind of the first Super Bowl big thing they had, I think. I think it was their first one. It was and I stayed at, I was like, man, this Airbnb is like really cheap, and it's like right behind the studio. And like on the back, like
This is great.
when you were leaving the Airbnb, like on the back of the front door, it said like, do not speak to anybody in the complex. Do not let them know what car you have. Like all this stuff. I was like, oh, great. My wife got drunk and ordered a dildo because it was a pretty color. When it got delivered, she realized she should have researched. It was a 12-inch long bad dragon.
Oh,
You think she should have researched it more, honey? That's adorable.
she was on that website for a reason, friend.
Mm-hmm.
That's adorable. Granted, they had that shit at Adam and Eve too. It was like the Loch Ness monster, creature from the fucking deep sea. It's like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, like the last time, it's been a long time since I've been in like one of those stores, but I remember like we walked down like the bondage aisle, and there was these like leather gloves that had like spikes on the palms of them. I was like, yeesh.
Oh shit!
Actually, they weren't even like spikes; they were like flat, like blades of metal, like little tiny these like flat, like almost like pieces of dull razor blade. They weren't they weren't like sharp, but it was like pretty. I was like, Jesus Christ!
Like that
people.
can do some damage if you hit hard enough,
Yeah.
even though it's dull.
I think you're supposed to like maybe like pow, pow.
Yeah.
I was like, Jesus Christ,
like-
people.
Like I've just been like spanked hard enough where it like skin broke.
Oof.
I was like, holy shit, man! Like you can't go that hard with some of this stuff.
Yeah. Oof, that must have been a rough one.
I liked it.
Blood everywhere.
I said it broke skin. It wasn't actually bleeding, but I was like,
Okay. We know who did this one. Charlie's Outfits.
wait, was that one?
That was probably.
Because if it was, those are not that expensive.
Well, it said most, what was it? Expensive, outrageous, or ridiculous. I don't know. But Well, we appreciate that.
He has done a lot for me, and I really, truly do appreciate it because I love everything he sends me, and I'm like, oh my god, like, dude, you shop better for me than I would fucking do myself, man. Like, this right here was one of them.
So you're saying Womb has a future to be like a online personal shopper for women?
He would be my manager? Yes.
Somebody just said Alyssa. I don't know if there's like, if I'm missing something or if it's just a woman named Alyssa that.
It's an inside joke.
Okay.
Well, not really, because it was a part of Drinking Bros.
Okay. I thought that was like pretty. Well, I mean, I guess it doesn't have to be expensive. It just has to be like outrageous or ridiculous or fun.
Yeah, it's like $100, but like,
Yeah. It's a good story. It's a good drunk purchase. Good God.
right?
Oh, Jesus
woman?
Christ.
Nice handy, Jay.
More than that.
The next one. Oh, West African. Jesus Christ, people.
That was sent for someone in New Delhi.
Yeah.
It was one of those Indian bots that follow us.
Yeah.
Shit.
What? Somebody's just spouting out bullshit now. A Polish oven? What?
Polish?
Is that a racial slur?
A Polish in an oven? That's a different story.
Oh. God damn it. Missed that one. All day Potterthon and day drinking got into a bidding war for the series of first prints on eBay. Many hundreds of dollars later, they're mine.
First print?
So I'm guessing, yeah. So he was on a Potterthon, went on eBay and bought like the series, the first edition print series. Many hundred.
Well, when you first said that, I was like, Half-Blood Prince. No, so that's what I was thinking, like Prince.
Oh no, Prince. Yeah, many hundreds of dollars later, they're mine.
Okay, well, I mean that's pretty. You would think that's kind of an investment too,
Yeah.
to have like your first print.
But I'm guessing, yeah, many hundreds of dollars is the point of that one. He got in a bidding war on eBay, but it must mean they're valuable if people are bidding against you. So
You'd hope.
you'd hope. Juan's mom. I'm sure she's a lovely woman. Come on, guys.
She's a lovely woman.
All right, last one. Had to buy a hotel room after drinking an 18-pack on Cocoa Beach. I could not speak when I was ordering the hotel, and 10 of us all slept in there. They stole my clothes, and I had to chase them down the balcony naked, and we peed off the second floor onto my family's minivan while they were unpacking.
Wow, you're a real fucking dirtbag.
Okay.
Wow.
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 So I can't really think of what my biggest drunken purchase is.
I was thinking about it earlier, and I was like, I don't. Other than like, yeah, tabs at a bar.
Oh yeah, definitely. I've had plenty of those. Typically mine's just like kind of like what other people brought up in the chat. Like I just get drunk and horny and order my wife like sex toys and lingerie.
I just get drunk and order food. Like last time I was in Austin, I ordered like $110 worth of Torchies. It sucked.
Oh, yeah. It's so easy to do. And it's always the fucking fees. Like, it's not the food, it's the fees. Like, even the delivery cost isn't that bad. It's the fucking fees that they tax onto it. So I'm like,
well, that, and when you get it, when you, a lot of places, like, even when you're getting it delivered, the price of the food goes up.
Yeah, it was like $4 a taco from Torchy's. I was like, what the
Yep.
fuck?
That
Well-
is true too. That does happen too.
Like last weekend, me and my wife were like just doing work in our basement, you know, working on finishing it. And we both wanted Chipotle. I was like, oh, I don't want to go get it. Like, I'll order it. And like 2 burritos was going to be like $36.
Yeah.
And I was like,
It's
okay. And it's like,
fucking retarded.
it's literally like 5 minutes away. So I was
Straight
like,
up ass backwards.
So I was like, okay, like how much will it be to pick up? And it was like $20. I was like, okay, like what the fuck? Because yeah, like I even looked at like the delivery, and yeah, there's like delivery fee, you know, tip, but then like the $10 burrito was like $14. I was like, motherfuckers.
Yep. I've noticed that they'll do that. So it's like, you can go fuck yourself. This ain't it.
Yeah, like no, yeah, I think like my kids one time it was just like me with the kids, and they really wanted McDonald's, but I didn't want to like put them in the car to go to McDonald's. So I was like, okay, let me see how much it would be to have McDonald's delivered. And yeah, it was like for 2 Happy Meals and like a 10-piece chicken nugget was going to be like $30. I was like, never mind.
Free delivery in the app.
More kids.
So Jessica Etsy got me. Yeah, it gets a lot of ladies. I think last thing I ordered on Etsy was like, Charlie, I think it's like years ago I bought you those like Skull whiskey glasses.
Dude, I still love the fuck out of those.
Yeah.
Those go so fucking hard. I love those.
Didn't they come in like a coffin box or something? Or did
No,
it just come
just
in
a
a box?
regular
Okay, I
box.
can't
But like I opened them and I was like, this is one of the best gifts I've ever gotten. Which is really funny because I love drinking milk out of them, which I know is weird as shit. But like they're small enough where it's like this is the perfect amount of milk, and then also like any kind of medicine.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Like I don't drink spirits straight that often. And if I do, I drink it out of my Winston Churchill quote glass.
Oh.
But I'm like, I know I should drink it out of, but like that Winston Churchill one has like angles cut into it, so it's easier to hold when it gets real cold with the ice, unlike those other ones which is like pure cylindrical. And I was like, that shit's gonna fall out of my hands immediately. But like for anything with milk or medicine, I'm like, Skull, please. Thank you, Bill. I always think about them when I see those. And I was like, I know I need to fucking like use these more and use these for better things. But I'm like, it's just.
Now I'm just imagining like Charlie like drinking an entire like highball of NyQuil. Just like,
To be fair, I do. Like, I'm like, get that fucking, little cup out of the way. Just, I will do that with NyQuil. And then I'll wake up way later in the night or in the day, and I'm like, I don't need to be drinking NyQuil like that. It fucks me up.
yeah. I remember one time like I was putting together like some IKEA furniture or something like that. And for some reason, like I'm guessing it was like some oil or something on the little wrench they gave me. Like I started having this weird allergic reaction in my fingers. I was like, oh, I need Benadryl. But all we had was kids Benadryl. So I was like, oh, I probably got like drink a lot of this. So I like took like a quarter of a bottle of kids Benadryl and then continued drinking on top of that. And I'm like,
Well, just like Jackie said, the fucking Hat Man.
yeah. So
Hat Man.
The Hat Man cometh.
yeah, and I was just like, I stood up, like, I got whatever it was built, and I stood up, and I was like, oh fuck, I need to lay down. Like, yes, womb. I keep rubbing my nose. I'm getting like, have you guys ever got like a pimple grow like right here under your nose? I
it's
think
the
I've got one
fucking
coming because
worst.
like it fucking hurts.
I get them in like the scar sometimes, like inside my nose.
Oh yeah, never fun. So, anyways, that was fun. Thanks for the answers, guys. Like we said at the top of the show, like and subscribe on YouTube, rate and review on iTunes, go to Spotify, leave a 5-star, and tell your friends. If anything, just tell them that there's always a chick with big tits and small clothing on. You know, it brings the viewers in. Whatever brings the viewers in, we'll pimp Charlie out. I don't care.
Yeah.
So,
Ooh.
anyways, for Charlie, for Jake, I'm Bill. This has been the Nooner Nation. Good night, everyone.